Hello, friends, and shalom. Happy Tuesday. It is November 2nd, I believe. I can't believe we're in November already. And usually on Tuesdays, I download a video about journaling or something about peace. And I have been doing a series on all of my years of my Word of the Years. And if I went in order, the next video would be actually 2021. This year, my word is shalom with a second word of freedom. But I'm not finished with that journal yet. For the first time in a long time, I actually do not have a new word for next year. So I'm still working on freedom, and I still have more room in my journal to finish, so I don't want to do that video now. So I was trying to think, what am I going to do it on? And it has been so crazy here. I am supposed to be taking all of November and December off. I've been looking forward to it, so excited, because for 16 years I ran a bridal shop and I couldn't take any time off, and the holidays were really hard because I was so busy. Even though it was my slow season, I still was busy sewing, busy preparing for the next year, busy preparing for Bridal Expo. So when I retired, I just had this thought that I would have an easier life, and it has been crazy. I've been finishing up with all the brides that I had at the shop when I closed my shop, and I've been doing all their alterations and taking care of them, and then also getting some new customers and stuff. And so it has just not slowed down. And so being retired, at least from the retail world, has not panned out to be as calming as I thought it would be. And life never is, so that's okay. So if you see this rack back here, it's supposed to be empty. I'm supposed to be done right now so I can take 2 months off. And it just kept getting piled on, and people who were picking up dresses were asking me to do, well, can you do the mom's dress? And it's so hard when their weddings are coming up. So I'm going to finish these, and then I get some time off. I've also, if you notice over here, been working on a hem on a dress for a bride. I guess your work's never done when you're a seamstress. For all of my seamstress friends too, I will be doing a video here maybe in a week or so, more of a detailed video on my sewing studio. I know my last one, I did not realize it would be such a hit, and I did it just for my brides, for past and present, so that they can see where I am now, and also can find me when they're needing alterations. And I had so many of you wonderful seamstress friends that were interested, that I thought I need to do a more detailed video of all the little things that kind of make it a little more organized for me. So I will do that. But on to this video. Today I was thinking, what am I going to do as far as journaling, because I'm not done with that journal. And was just rummaging through, and I've showed this in other videos. I have a little tiny journal that I kind of write all of just kind of some highlights through the years. And so I was thumbing through it, trying to find an idea, and this saying hit me, probably because where I'm at right now, and maybe it's for you too today. And it says, what feels like the end is often the beginning. And I think that just sums up my entire year this year, because a lot came to an end. And the end of my bridal shop, the end of my retail world. And I didn't really feel it all year because I was still working with brides, and I was still so busy. I just kept so busy I didn't think about it. And then it's been creeping up as I've been slowing down. Yeah, that rack has to be done this week, but that's a lot less than I had. So then things start creeping in. Well, what now? Where am I now? It feels like the end of something. Will I have enough brides next year? Will I get enough business? I'm sure I will. But what if I don't? My husband actually is kind of in a transition right now. He quit his job because of some health reasons, and now he's ready to go back. And so what's next? My mother-in-law is selling her home to come up here because she has some health concerns as well, and we just want to be with her and around her. So she's coming up along with my father-in-law. So a lot of changes, and I think 2020 and 2021 brought so many changes for all of us. It just was a time of where maybe it's the end of a job you've done for years, or a career. Maybe you changed your careers. So many people are selling and buying new houses and changing where they live. I know so many people just moving to different states all across the country. It's not like everybody's migrating one direction. It seems like those over here are kind of migrating this way, and those over here are migrating this way. And same with jobs. Everybody's kind of flip-flopping jobs. But I think that there's a great unrest and a great search for what our priorities are in our life. So some of us are maybe looking at spending more time with family. Maybe some of us are looking at getting out of a stressful job and getting back into another job. But then there's also other changes. This saying brings up, what feels like the end is often the beginning. And throughout my life, there's been so many ends where they felt like this is the end. And I'm thinking about a lot of you guys too. Maybe you're at the end where a loved one has passed away, and now you're saying, is it over? Maybe you're at the end of a marriage, and maybe you've already gotten a divorce or separated, and now you're like, this feels like the end. But this is saying it's often the beginning of something new. Maybe you're in the middle of a marriage that is falling apart, and you feel like this is the end, this is it. But maybe that marriage isn't over yet. Maybe it's just the beginning of a new season for you guys, a season of you guys loving each other better and working on it. So I just really, really loved that saying this morning. It really, really spoke to me. What feels like the end is often the beginning. And I think we're all there in some way or another, or you have been, or you will be. And I just want to let you know too, this is just a quick video, but I wanted to give you a couple verses that just remind you that God is with you. And of course, we've all heard the Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you. God has the next step. God has the next season of your life in his control. God knows what the next season is, and he knows that this end of whatever you think is the end is just the beginning of the next season or the next part of your life. And in Philippians 1:6, it says, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it out to completion. That is a very special verse to me, because often I feel like I know God is wanting me to do something, or wanting me to do a ministry, or wanting me to, I just feel like I never can fully fulfill what I feel like God's putting in my heart. And it's saying that it's not my worry, that God is going to help me complete it. He's going to do the good work. He began a good work in you, and he's going to continue it. So hang on to that. And then another one that I love, and I saw it here in my little book, was Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So I think this message is for anybody who feels like they want to give up. Don't give up. Anyone who feels like they're at the end of something, just know you're just at the beginning. Something great is right around the corner. So with that, I'm going to get back to sewing. And I'm going to just spend a day thinking about what God has next and just praising him that he knows things that I don't even know. So with that, just wanted to tell you I love you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, a wonderful week, and shalom, my dear friends.